Hello, one and all, and welcome to my weekly review for NXT. We're going to take a look at all that took place on this week's episode, the May 18th edition of NXT, as we are only 3 weeks away until the next NXT TakeOver event, airing live on the WWE Network on June 8th. And overall, I thought this was a solid edition of NXT from start to finish. We had some good storylines advanced. We had some solid matches. Overall, through and through, this was a solid hour from NXT, as I expect from NXT on a week-in, week-out basis. So without further ado, let's take a look at what took place on this week's edition of NXT. So we kick things off with opening tag team action. We have Blake and Murphy taking on the team of Austin Aries and his partner, Shinsuke Nakamura. There really wasn't much to say. Nakamura and Aries went to work on Blake and Murphy. They made quick work of them, relatively quick work, after Nakamura hit the Kinshasa on Murphy for the 3 count. After the match, what I liked that they set up was looked like to be a split for Blake and Murphy. Alexa Bliss would walk out on Blake and Murphy, and then eventually Murphy would walk away from Blake. So that's where it seems the direction for these, Blake and Murphy and Alexa Bliss. That's where it seems to be going. So we'll have to see where things head out in the weeks to come for them. So I like this opening tag team match. It was great seeing Aries and Nakamura in there. Obviously, it looks like might be headed towards a Nakamura versus Austin Aries feud, as there was certainly some tension teased between both participants. We had a backstage interview with Bayley. She says that no matter what, the same thing will happen as happened in London for NXT TakeOver against her match tonight against Nia Jax. So that would be our main event match to look forward to. We had, after this, we had a backstage interview with Carmella. She pretty much said her well wishes for Enzo, and she said Big Cass is killing it on the main roster, and Carmella is still in NXT, she says, because she wants to fulfill her dream of becoming the NXT Women's Championship, the NXT Women's Champion, Nice little promo here from Carmella. And then I really enjoyed this match between Carmella and Peyton Royce. I really see big potential in Peyton Royce later on down the line as a future player in the NXT Women's Division. Definitely think she has the right look, the right moves in the ring. I think she has the talent. And I thought she went out there with Carmella, and they had a solid match for the amount of time that they were given. I really like when Carmella goes for the submission victory with the modified triangle choke. I think it looks very painful. The way the move is applied, it looks very effective. So Carmella is your winner after getting the submission victory. So, like I said, solid women's match that I enjoyed from start to finish. We then had the announcement that William Regal had both Finn Balor and Samoa Joe sign the contract for their upcoming match at the next NXT TakeOver event on June 8th. It will be Balor versus Joe for the NXT Championship in a steel cage match. That is certainly a great stipulation. Looking so much forward to, the rematch between Balor and Joe for the 4th time. This obviously, I have a feeling, will be the final time we'll see them face off in NXT for the richest prize on NXT. And with the steel cage match stipulation, they're going to go out there, they're going to tear the house down, and it's going to be a probably match of the night, bar none. So we have that to look forward to. And we have further follow-up backstage. Alexa Bliss says she's done with Blake and Murphy. You guys have pretty much been failures for the longest time now, and that she's simply going to focus on herself because she wants to achieve her goal of becoming the NXT Women's Champion. So we'll see where they go in the weeks ahead with Alexa Bliss. Very interested to see what happens now that it looks like Blake and Murphy are to be splitting up and Alexa Bliss is moving on from them. After this, we had Tommaso Ciampa versus and Johnny Gargano teaming up to take on the team of Rob Risen and Danny Burch. Like I said, the other times that they had Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano team up, I really thought they were a solid team. I thought they worked very well together with their past history on the independents. This match right here, it wasn't too bad of a tag team match. Like I said, Gargano and Ciampa worked well together, and they were able to likewise pick up the victory after they hit a really nice running knee combo, and they also hit a nice running head kick. There was another nice spot where Gargano was able to hit the patented head scissors into a head kick. So that was a nice move right there. So there were a lot of nice moves in this match from Gargano and Ciampa. And like I said, they were able to get the victory after hitting the running knee combo finisher. So that was very nice. And also, William Regal announced that at the next TakeOver event, the American Alpha will be defending their NXT Tag Team Championships in a rematch against the Revival. Really enjoyed their match that they had at NXT TakeOver Dallas. I know they're going to go out there and put on another tremendous match, probably try and top their match in NXT TakeOver Dallas. So really looking forward to seeing those two teams square off against each other again. And then finally, we had our main event match. It was Bayley versus Nia Jax. I didn't think it was as good as their match at NXT TakeOver London, but I still thought it was a solid main event match to close out this week's edition of NXT. Bayley was in the thick of it. She hung in there until the very end. However, it looked like she suffered, storyline-wise, a leg injury, and eventually Nia Jax was able to capitalize on Bayley's injured leg, and Bayley's barely standing up. She's clutching right at her left knee, and Jax hits her with the running splash, and she drops right onto Bayley's knee, and then she hits a further leg drop on Bayley. Your winner, 1, 2, 3, Nia Jax over Bayley. So I have a feeling that we will be seeing Asuka versus Nia Jax at the next NXT TakeOver event. You might have Bayley take some time off storyline-wise, and then eventually bring her back for the big match against Asuka at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in the summer. So overall, I thought there was a lot of good stuff on this week's edition of NXT. I like the announcement of Balor and Joe in the steel cage, the tag team title rematch against American Alpha and the Revival. I'm interested in Nia Jax versus Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. It was also a really well done video package. I love when NXT does these for Asuka, highlighting her dominance and her rise to eventually becoming the NXT Women's Champion. They had a nice hailstorm video playing throughout it, so I really thought it highlighted her dominance and, like I said, her rise to being the preeminent woman on NXT. So yeah, if I had to give a grade for this week's edition of NXT, I would most certainly give it a B+. This was a good episode of NXT. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions on this week's edition of NXT. Let me know down in the comments section below what you guys thought of NXT. Always enjoy getting that feedback and responding to your comments. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to the channel. And of course, be on the lookout for my Extreme Rules review. I will hope to have that video up sometime late Sunday night or early Monday morning at the latest. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe, have a good weekend, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.